Good morning. I am Srilekha, lecturer in mechanical engineering, doing certain problems related on simple stresses and strains. So let us include the formula: stress is equal to load by area of cross section, and next is strain is equal to change in length by original length, and modulus of elasticity, that is stress by strain. So based on this I am doing certain problems. Okay, so first problem is a metal bar 200 mm long and cross sectional area 25 mm square carries an axial load of 5 kilonewtons which produce an extension of 0.2 mm. Find stress in the bar and modulus of elasticity. So here it is given, you can highlight the equation note. So a metal bar of 200 mm long, so that is 200 mm long a metal bar, its cross sectional area is 25 mm square and it carries an axial load of 5 kilonewtons. Now this is producing an extension, that is nothing but change in length, elongation of 0.2 mm. Find the stress in the bar and modulus of elasticity. As you know, stress is nothing but load by area. So here the load given is 5 kilonewtons, that is equal to 5 into 5 kilonewtons. I am writing in newtons, so 5 into 10 to the power of 3 by area is already it is mentioned, it is 25 mm square. So 25. If you are calculating everything, you will get 200 Newton per mm square. Next is to find modulus of elasticity, we need stress and strain. So strain is equal to change in length by original length, that is, so change in length is already given, that is 0.2 mm and original length is 200 mm. So 0.2 by 200, that is equal to 0.001. So that will give you this one. Since strain has no units, it is 0.001. Next comes modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity formula is stress by strain, that is equal to 200 by 0.001. So you will get a value of 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Next we will go for some exercise problems in the textbook. So let us solve this today. So a mild steel bar carries an axial load of 75 kilonewtons. If the allowable tensile stress is 50 Newton per mm square, find diameter of the rod. So given a mild steel bar which is having an axial load of 75 kilonewtons and allowable tensile stress is 50 Newton per mm square. So find the diameter of the rod. So let us do this. Okay. So I have already done that. So a mild steel bar, which is carrying an axial load of 75 kilonewton and allowable tensile stress is 50 Newton per mm square. Find area of the rod. So MS bar, which is of given only load, that is 75 kilonewtons and the stress, allowable stress is 50 newtons. So we need to find the rod. So here in the data we are given with the load and stress. So I am just making use of the formula stress is equal to load by area. So then area is equal to load by stress. So area formula is pi by 4 d square, that is equal to load is already given, it is 75 into 10 to the power of 3. Next stress is 50 Newton per mm square. So upon calculating everything by substituting the values, you will get d is equal to 43.7 mm. So next problem, let us see. A circular bar of diameter 15 mm and 200 mm long extends 0.15 0.15 mm under a tensile load of 25 kilonewtons. Find stress, strain and modulus of elasticity of the bar. Okay, so let us do this. So what I'll given, it is the diameter of the circular bar is given, that is 15 mm. Next is length of the bar is given, that is 200 mm, and change in the length, that is elongation, is 0.15 mm, and the load is 25 kilonewtons. So you need to find stress, strain and modulus of elasticity. So as you know, stress formula is load by area. So load is already given, it is 25 kilonewtons. I am writing in terms of newtons. So 25 into 10 to the power of 3. And see here already D is given. So from D you can find area is pi by 4 D square. So that is nothing but pi by 4 into 15 square. So that one you will get area. So simply our stress is load by area. Load is 25 10 to the power of 3 by here area you will get by making use of this diameter. So it is pi by 4 D square. So 25 into 10 to the power of 3 by pi by 4 into 15 square. What value you will get? So you will get a value of 141.5 Newton per mm square. Next, you need to find strain. Strain is equal to change in length by original length. So what is the change in length? That is 0.15. What is the original length? It is 200. So 200 means you will get somewhere like 0.0075. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, like this. So you will get a value of this. Next I want modulus of elasticity. So that is equal to stress by strain. So now stress by strain is equal to, let us do this. So stress is 141.5, strain is 0.00075. So on calculating you will get 1.9 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. So this is the value that you get. Okay. Next, so next problem, a rectangular bar 16 mm into 10 mm into 200 long. Find the axial load carried by the bar if its extension is 0.12 mm. Take E equal to 208 giganewton per meter square. Now let us write. So given dimensions are 16 mm into 10 mm into 200 mm. Now so given elongation is 0.12 mm and E value is 208 giganewton per meter square. And so you need to find p value. Okay, so length of the bar, rectangular bar, is 200 mm. So rectangular bar means the bar is of this cross section. So this length is given, it is nothing but 200 mm, and this is 10 mm and this is 16 mm. So in the previous problem we were given diameter and it was a circular bar, so we simply took area is equal to pi by 4 d square. But in this we have to take area as a rectangle area. Area of the rectangle is pi by L into B. Okay. So let us do this. What are given? So now load is question mark. First cross sectional area of the bar. Here it is L into B. So you can take 60 into 10, that is 160 mm square. Next, what you need to do, so change in length and L is given. Now first I will take, so E is equal to stress by strain. So now let me take first stress. Stress is load by area. So load is not given. Okay. And stress is also not given. So P by 160. Next, strain is delta L by L, that is equal to 0.12 by 200. Okay. Now I know E equal to stress by strain, so that is equal to P by 160 by 0.12 by 200. So this is how much? 208 giganewton per meter square. So it is in meter square, so I'll just make everything in meter square, is equal to meter square, and this is also so this is 10 to the minus 6. So this is simply p by 160 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 200 by 0.12. So finally you'll get p value. So like this you have to do the problem. Okay, so checking whether the units are same or not, you have to see. Since this is given in meter square, so everything are in mm, so you have to convert either these into mm or this into mm, this into meter square or this into mm. Next, let us do one more problem. See here, a steel rod of diameter 25 mm is subjected to an axial pull of 150 kilonewtons. Calculate the length elongation of rod over a gauge length of 350 mm. Take E is equal to 210. So given diameter as 25 mm. So the axial pull is 150 kilonewtons. The gauge length is 350 mm. Next, elongation is 210 kilonewton per mm square. So this is simply 210 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per mm square. Now you need to find change in length. It's okay. So stress is equal to load by area. So that is simply the load is 150 kilonewtons into newtons by area is, so here it is d is given 25, so pi by 4 into d square. So from this you are going to calculate the value, it is in Newton per mm square. Okay, next after that I'll take strain. So strain is equal to change in length by original length. So change in length is not known, the original length is 350, delta L by 350. Now if I take Young's modulus, then it is simply stress by strain. So that is equal to 150 into 10 to the power of 3 by pi by 4 into 25 square. So you have to calculate everything, delta L by 350, and that value is given already, it is 210 kilonewton per mm square, nothing but 210 into 10 to the power of 3. So on first you have to calculate everything here only. So in this all the values are there other than delta L. So 150 into 10 to the power of 3 by pi by 4 into 25 square into 350 by 210 into 10 to the power of 3 will give you delta L value. So this is all. On calculating everything you will get delta L. Okay. Okay, so next let us do some other problems also. So here it is given a steel rod 20 mm dia and 600 mm long subjected to an axial pull of 40 kilonewtons. Determine elongation of the rod if E is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Okay. Given diameter is 20 mm and length is 600 mm. Newton per mm square. Now you need to find, so I've written D is given, L is given, 40 is given, and again need to find delta L. So this is also something like the previous problem only. So since D is given, you can find area equal to pi by 4. Next, so stress is equal to load by area, that is equal to load by area. So you can write it as 40 into 10 to the power of 3 by so you will get this certain numerical value. Next, strain is equal to change in length by original length. So this change in length is what you need to find. Length is there. Again we are having E, that is 2.4. So we know that E is equal to change in length by stress by strain. So stress is already there. This value you will be doing here. So 40 into 10 to the power of 3 by pi by 4 into 20 square into, so this one by this one delta L by 600. So I'm writing in the next paper that, so it is, so E is equal to sigma by E. So E value is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 equal to sigma is by 600. So on this entire thing only delta L is not known. So if you cross multiply everything, so delta L will be simply into 600 by 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So this is how you will find change in length by change in length. Okay. Now let us do few more problems regarding this. Next, let us do some more problems making use of another textbook. Okay, so let us solve few more problems of this. So let us discuss all these exercise questions now. So first it is given, define stress, define strain. What is stress? We have already discussed this, right? What are the types of strain? So like these are all have been discussed earlier. Now let us do some problem on the tensile test. Okay, now I am solving a problem on tensile test. Okay, so the following observations were made in a tensile test, 25 mm diameter. So D is equal to 25 mm. So diameter is this and gauge length is 200 mm. Next, extension under a working load of 25 kilonewtons is 0.25 mm. Yield load is 30 kilonewtons. So ultimate load is 60 kilonewtons and braking load is 50 kilonewtons. Next, length of specimen after failure is 240 mm. Diameter after failure is 16 mm. So this is all data we have got by carrying out a tensile test of a specimen of 25 mm dia. Now what are needed to find out? First one, modulus of elasticity. Next, yield stress. Next, ultimate stress. Next, So all this needed to be found. So I'm putting something like this book. Okay, so what all needed to be found, let us see first. So given diameter is 25 mm, so its cross sectional area A is equal to pi by 4 d square. So on substituting 25, what do you get? It is 7 mm square. Given gauge length, so it is length, initial length, okay, L. It is original length 200 mm. Now length of the specimen after failure, it is 240. It is 240 mm. Next, (16 mm). Now cross sectional area after failure is equal to pi by 4 into 16 square. So you will get 201 mm square. Now let us find. So initially we will have a proportionality limit, next elastic limit, then yield point, then ultimate point, then breaking point. So first we will at elastic limit first. Okay, here stress is equal to P by A. So at that point it is not breaking, it is not even retaining its shape, it will just regain its shape after unloading. So it is the load here already given that extension under a working load of 25 kilonewtons is 0.25. So this is our load, 25 kilonewtons. Here the area is this one, 490.87. So you will get a value of next strain E is equal to L, that is equal to 0.25 by 200. So change in length we have already seen, it is 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Next, so now we are doing this modulus of elasticity. So modulus of elasticity E is equal to sigma by E, 50.93 by 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So you will get 10 per mm square. So this is your modulus of elasticity. Next we want yield stress. So yield stress, so we after crossing the yield point, within no time you will get yield stress. So at yield point, so yield stress is equal to, so load at yield point by area. So at this yield point also it is not failure, it is not breaking, so you have to take the area of the specimen only. So that is equal to 30 into 10 to the power of 3 because see here already it is given that yield load is 30 kilonewtons by 490.8. So this one you are going to get approximately around. Next, after this you'll have ultimate point or so what is asked? Ultimate stress is asked. So ultimate stress means at ultimate point we'll have ultimate stress is nothing but load at ultimate point by area. So that is equal to ultimate point load is 60 kilonewtons. So even at that point also it is not breaking. So 60 into 10 to the power of 3 by 490.87. So this one you'll get around 122.24 Newton per mm square. Next, you need to find normal stress and actual stress at breaking point. Next, let us take. So breaking point, so nominal stress is equal to sigma equal to breaking load by cross sectional area. So what is the breaking load? It is 50 into 10 to the 3.87. So you will get around 101.86 Newton per mm square. Okay. Next comes actual stress. So this is equal to breaking load by area of failure. So this breaking load is 15 to 10 to the power of 3 by, so area of failure we have found already, it is nothing but 201 mm square. It is 201. Okay, so 15 to 10 to the power of 3 by 201. So you will get somewhere around 248.76 Newton per mm square. Next, it is asked percentage elongation in length. So that is delta L equal to LF minus L by L into 100. So final length is 240. Initially it was 200 and 200 into 100. So this one, so it is 40. So it is simply 20%. Next, percentage reduction in area. It is and 490.87. So it is okay. So this is a very lengthy problem we have discussed. So if you see, all the data is given, that is diameter, length, gauge length. Gauge length is initial length. Then as you go on adding 25 kilonewtons of load, its extension was this. Next, so this is nothing but we can say that it is still elastic limit. After elastic limit there comes yield. So from here onwards uniform plastic deformation occurs. So after increased by 5 kilonewtons you can find yield. Then after, as you increase it, you will get ultimate load. So ultimate load is nothing but the maximum tensile stress that can be withstood. After that, breaking load, where the specimen breaks. So out of all this, we had found first modulus of elasticity. We know modulus of elasticity means stress by strain. So this modulus of elasticity is only till proportionality limit. So here length is there, diameter is there, and load is there. So by making use of this load and diameter, so P by A, which comes from this, is stress. Next, change in length by original length. This is change in length, this is original length, that is stress. So we made use of these four and we found modulus of elasticity. Next, coming to the yield stress. So at the yield point you will have yield stress. So stress is equal to load by area. So at yield point also it will not break. So we will consider this area only. So yield stress equal to yield load by area. Nothing but this 30 by this area. Next, again at the ultimate point also it is not going to break. After ultimate point it will be breaking. So here also we have to consider this diameter only. So ultimate stress is equal to ultimate load by area. So 60 by area. Next, breaking load, it is 50 kilonewtons. So here they have asked us normal and actual stress. So normal stress is found by making use of the entire diameter before breaking. This actual stress is found at that actual point where it is breaking. So we will consider this failure area for actual stress. Next, percentage elongation, we already know the formula, that is final length minus length by length into 100, original length. So final length is 240, that is given after the failure, minus original length by 200. So we have got 20%. Similarly, reduction in area. So this is original length minus final length by original length. So at the failure. So 490.87 minus 201 by 201. So this is all. We'll calculate all this. So tomorrow also we'll be discussing about these problems only.